We love hip
Something
hop.
I want to look up. Let's look up something quick, fast, because this news story was mash up. Holy! If you guys could see what I was, anybody who has CP24 at home, y'all probably were seeing the same I've been seeing. And let me know if anybody was watching CP24, maybe have that in the background on their other TV or something like that, might be watching this on the phone and seeing what's been rolling around on CP24. They had Top 5's name all up in their mouth, more than We Love Hip Hop. Jeez. Okay, here we go. Found it. How rapper Top 5 evaded Ontario prison guards. Here we go. Cell phone smuggled. Yo, these guys are on everything. I think I'm going to add this to my story that we're talking about now. Okay, I found what we're talking about. I found a next piece to what we're talking about here. So I want to examine, as far as this whole Top 5 lore, since he's been home, and we're going into, what are we? July, August, September. So for the people who don't know, his charges were stayed back in September of last year. Meaning charges being stayed is they weren't able to find enough evidence to be able to convict. The Crown elected to move the charges over until they're able to maybe find more evidence. And if they are able to find more evidence, then they'll bring the case back up in court. Okay. Charges being stayed, they're stayed for a year. So now they have within a year to be able to bring these charges back up. Okay. Y'all straight? Just give me a second, gang. I'm just doing some adjustments here. Oh. Now, in that year, if they're not able to find anything, they got to move on. That means now he's completely off of all charges, all issues, anything to do with the unaliving that happened a couple of years ago. And RIP to that young gentleman who passed over there in Falstaff. Okay, let's never forget that a young gentleman's life was lost before. Now, since September of last year, I want to ask you guys, has Top 5 taken more L's or W's? Because since he's come home, he's had, and I'm going to go through a list of different things. Okay. Obviously, he went viral as soon as he got out. He went on the Aiden Ross stream. That was a viral post or a viral thing. Okay. What else do we got as far as like viral moments for Top 5? Young Money says he took a lot of W's. Give me a breakdown of the W's. I want to know all of the W's before we get to some of the L's, because I want to have a balanced thing. He went over linked with Kanye. Yes, big W. That's a big W for sure. What else? There's also he got a deal with Stake. Right? Now he's able to stream those live streams, even though those live streams were very divisive or whatever. It's because he had a deal with Stake. Do me a quick favor while you're here and smash that like button so we can break the algorithm, and join the comment gang and subscribe. It's free. So I'm going to go over some of the L's that I feel that has been going on since he came home. And then we could maybe do a pros and cons. Because for every time I feel like that he's taking a W, it gets crazy and he ends up taking an L. All right. Yolanda Richardson says, I wish Top 5 would make better decisions. He should have left immediately after Wireless Festival was over. Facts. Yeah, it's, but you know, woulda, coulda, shoulda. So there's a bunch of guys from his crew that ended up getting locked up. I think 100 GGG is in jail. A bunch of other guys from his crew are in jail. There's a lot of guys who are home. So don't get that twisted. But a lot of these guys are in jail. And that's not post him going away, but it was happening while he was still gone. All right. He had the whole incident with Julian the guy in the UK in Dubai, and the guy in Dubai was crazy. There was a W and an L involved in that one. W, I guess, because allegedly they were able to get this guy for a whole bunch of money. But there was an L also for that W because Drake got exposed in that shit. Drake, having conversations back and forth. And I know people are going to be like, oh, well, maybe it was AI or whatever. Okay, that they're making the AI is really, really good because that sounded like Drake. Okay. So there's that. So maybe that, I don't know if you can call that an L or a W because they got money, but then Drake looked bad in the whole situation. What else do we got here? Beef with the Wassas. Okay, Carol says 5 million from academics. If this is facts, then sure. We've debunked that a bunch of times. I think not just us, but other people on the internet is like, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if that nigga gave you $5 million. And it's funny because he gave him 5 million. He gave Pressa 5 million. He gave everybody 5 million on the spot right there that day when everybody was all friends, Jamaica trip. Wow, the good old days, right? It was all good just a week ago. That's crazy. So what else do I have here? Beef with the Wassas. We're at the beef with the Wassas now because they were together. They were better together. These guys are overseas. They're doing their thing. Dubai. Let's get some money over there from this kid in Dubai. Let's go over to academics and go to the Vibes Cartel concert. Let me pull up some shit here. Get some money. Allegedly, now you got $5 million extra in your pocket from academics. It's a good move. It's good times. So I think that was a W, and then it turned into an L because now you guys are beefing. Right? W, courtside with Drake. This is why I like to do this on live stream. I wouldn't do this as a stream of consciousness just here by myself and then make a pre-recorded video because then people are gonna be like, yo, bro, you're just talking about too many L's because I'm a very pessimistic type of person. But yeah, that's a W. All right? Courtside with Drake. But also what happens there? You have the courtside with Drake. You guys bump into K Money and them mans, beef with K Money and them. All right? Then the beef with K Money and these guys is going on. It's going back and forth. It's getting a lot of traction online. It's attracting a lot of attention. Everything's cool. But D Money, his manager gets robbed. So it's like one win and then an L at the same time. And it's like the L's are harsh L's. Like a nigga getting robbed is not like just some light shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure he was assaulted and all types of stuff. It wasn't just like, oh, just give me your chain, sir. Nah. It was like beef. There was the arrest video when they were trying to pin some guns on him over there in Richmond Hill, if I'm not mistaken. That's not a good look. You got the cops having extra attention. Obviously, the cops are going to be paying super, super close attention to him anyway, but paying even more close attention to him. You feel me? I'm just trying to examine all of the three, the pros and the cons. Because if the pros outweigh the cons, then proceed. And listen, he'll probably see this video later. I'm going to title it some kind of hot title where if he's going through the internet, he'll probably see it. So I'm not even trying to talk behind man's back. But let's really weigh the pros and the cons. And are the pros outweighing the cons? Because, boom, you guys are beefing. MG4L, GGGs, start flexing the man's chain because they got K Money back and got his chain back, or got K Money's chain back for getting D Money's chain. Right? There's a lot of monies in here. But then what happens next? Flex the man's chain over there at Canada's Wonderland. Boom. So one of your guys, one of your homies gets shot in the hood and dies. Not even gets shot and lives. He already got shot and lived the first time. R.I.P. to Drive-By King. Okay. He got shot and lived the first time back in 2018. But this time they got him and murked him. That's crazy. And it's tragic. And it's probably traumatizing on a level when it's like, how many people do you lose in life while catching W's? I'm just saying, do the W's outweigh the L's? And then Flipper gets stabbed. Okay? Obviously, Flipper has helped to create the huge lore to the GGGs. And just helping to give that extra street cred. Mr. Two Cases, he's in the songs. You know what I'm saying? So his lore is crazy. It helps to make the GGGs look like the biggest, baddest guys in the street. He got 2 M's, and one of them was on a mob boss. All right? No matter how much he's behind bars for that, that helps to add the street credibility when people in America and the UK and all these different places look back and they try to do their homework on Top 5's crew. They're like, yo, them niggas ain't playing. You feel me? This nigga, I don't know what his conditions are right now. He might be fighting for his life as we speak. You know what I'm saying? I know that they said that, okay, his condition is evened out and all that, but bro, it's too many L's, in my opinion. The W's are, you're sitting on racks and racks and racks and racks and racks. Okay? Niggas have been able to go all around the world in a short space of time, and we're watching it in real time. The only reason that we could have this conversation, debate, thought exploration is because we're able to see every move that's happening, because everything is being previewed on the internet. You feel me? And then boom, he gets stabbed, allegedly. Okay, he gets alleged 17-inch slash around his neck. You know what I'm saying? It could be freaking a leg, a neck, nobody knows, but there's something that happened, and it's another L. I'm sorry. Yo, you better not be tagging me in these things, broski. Holy. And this whole page is connected to this guy, like I showed you guys earlier. And I'll pull it up again, because I told y'all before when I was doing this that we were going to be pulling up some pages. And then we're going to get to this article. This whole page is dedicated to this nigga and the L's that he's taken. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got a sniffer GGGK page. He's in the chat right now, and every move that's happening. Right, this is the Flipper GGG airlifting. He's saying this not real. He's saying it's AI. Or you're talking about the pictures. Yo, whatever AI you're using, holy, you're paying for the premium.
Here he comes.
Too many L's. I'm not saying stop doing what you're doing. I'm just saying like we may have to re-examine the game plan, because for every W, for every set of racks, and oh, we got it. We the crew is up. We got more money. You know what I'm saying? Or we got this op, and we embarrassed the op. An L is taken. Okay, and I'm not even trying to connect the dots of crimes or anything. Like, it's just the timing is crazy when it's like, yo, you're flexing the chain over at Canada's Wonderland, and then boom, your man's in the hood, catches the most major L you can catch is your life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know what the game plan is moving forward for Top 5, right? We come full circle to, like I was saying, we're getting close to September, and the news are not playing. Okay, let's go over this article over here. And it says cell phones smuggled then flushed. How rapper Top 5 evaded Ontario's prison guards to shoot a music video. Ontario prison guards were furiously trying to seize the cell phone camera that Toronto's rapper Top 5 was using to record a music video in his cell. New documents obtained by CTV News Toronto reveal. They stopped one phone from. Hold on, my cat's jumping up here. They stopped one phone from coming in that was smuggled in a visitor's bra, and wondered if their laptop and cameras had somehow been repurposed as pictures of Top 5, whose real name Hassan Ali, kept surfacing online. An investigation report says. In November 2022, guards strip searched Ali and didn't find anything. As a rapper, he was awaiting a murder trial, taunted them and told them they were too late, documents said. Crazy. The inmate reportedly said the search was a week late, as he recorded himself eating a cheeseburger after receiving them from an overnight correctional staff, the report said. Wow. Let me stop for a second, because they are probably firing people or maybe not firing, but suspending people, bringing people into office, mad investigations on these guards. Like, yo, keep in mind, they're talking about 2022. It's 2025, and they're like, hold on, let me make my camera bigger. Oh, by the way, after you finish your rounds, I want to come talk to you in the office. All right? It's like, damn, I knew I should have called in sick today. Nah, sir. What about that shit that happened in 2022? Niggas eating cheeseburgers and shit. Whew. The inmate further stated that the music video would be posted via social media the following week, and alleged that he had utilized an iPhone 12 cellular device to capture the contents before flushing it down the toilet. The video was posted the video was posted not the following week, but about 7 months later in 2023. It showed Ali clearly behind prison walls in the Maplehurst Correctional Complex in Milton, Ontario, rapping a song 21 Questions while wearing an orange jail issue clothing. Unauthorized photographs is not permitted behind bars. And at the time, Ontario Solicitor General Michael blah, blah, blah vowed to a full investigation. Well, here we are. After he beat a murder charge, Ali said in the interview that he had paid a prison guard $10,000 to bring in a phone. The investigation reports, which obtained via freedom and information request, is heavily redacted. Is silent on that guard who have been whether anyone can be caught punished for allowing the cell phone in Ali's hand. Let me read this sentence again because I fucked that one up. Is silent on who that guard could have been and whether anyone was caught or punished for allowing the cell phone into Ali's hands. So they don't even know, or they're not revealing which guard it is. Blasey Blah reached Wednesday at the unrelated news conference, couldn't say whether anyone had been disciplined, and defended the guards, saying most do their jobs. That's defending a guard, saying most do their jobs. 99% of 1 second here. My bad, gang. We got a whole bunch of things going on. It says 99% of everyone who keeps Ontario safe does that. I don't direct the ministry. This is an operational issue, but again, we hold everyone to account, he said. And then they go over him being cleared of the murder charges. And then they talk about him getting stabbed the other day. Okay, and there's a whole thing that they're talking about, a W5 investigation report that they have that we're not going to go over right now. But yeah, they're saying that a whole bunch of thousands of cell phones get smuggled in every year. Okay. So again, let's go back to the L's and the W's. NYC posted it. I'm just reading some of the comments over here. JSJW says he got attacked in that car. That isn't old. That's real. Listen, I don't say that it's not that it's old footage. I just don't think that was top 5 in that car. You feel me? But again, getting back to the W's and L's, I went through a whole list of L's and I went through a list of W's. I feel like I've said more L's than W's, obviously, but the W's that I did mention, you know, the man's probably up a couple of $1 million. He's got deals. He's courtside with Drake. I don't know if that's going to be happening when basketball season comes back because of all the drama that's going on around him. But all of these things are working in his favor. He's doing live streams. He's with Aiden Ross. He's with all these different people. Those are all W's. But with all those W's, you got people who have lost their lives, a hood that's under heavy surveillance, because I'm sure Jungle is under heavy surveillance, mad drama going on. I just don't know if one equals out to the other. Okay. Let me know in the chat before we get off of this, and then we're going to move on to our other stories. One in the chat if the W's outweigh the L's. 2 in the chat if it's like, bro, them L's are too much for the little bit of W's that you're getting. Okay. So 1 in the chat if you think that the W's outweigh the L's. 2 in the chat if you're like, nah, bro, I wouldn't take those L's to get that money or get these opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Let me see how y'all feeling about this. I'm sorry I haven't been as steady on making the polls and stuff like that. Okay, I'll do so. I'll make sure I make more polls on the next time that we do our live stream. I'll even create one right now while I'm saying it. Does the W's outweigh the L's? Okay, that's a question I want to know. Do the W's outweigh the L's? Because if the W's outweigh the L's, then shit, keep going, bro. Keep doing your thing. And I'm not saying, oh, if it doesn't, like, stop, bro. Nah, fam, I can't. I'm not here to run anybody's life and you know, try to tell people how to do things. Okay, I know that there's the expression, sometimes you got to crack a few eggs to make an omelet. I'm not saying that that's how he feels, but a lot of eggs got cracked to make this omelet that we're at right now. So I don't know, man. If I was him, I'd probably be at like having these different crossroad moments. Like, damn, bro, is it worth it? You feel me? Like, if the neck stabbing is true, if the business is true, sick to my stomach, fam. But like, yo, if the neck stabbing is true, like, yo, for real, like, all right, I went to Wireless Fest. I got to show out. I was on the stream with the man. Them. We were out there, and boom, I got a neck wound for life. I got a scar on my neck for life. L. It's like W.L. It's almost like at this point, the W's are coming with an L right attached to it. It's not even a space of time in between where it's like, well, we caught this W and I know we took an L, but that was like 6 months later. No, like the W's are happening in real time. This niggas is flexing K Money's chain in freaking Canada's Wonderland, and in real time, they're losing a member of their team. So it's like, I don't know, bro. I can't even speak for what I would do in this situation because I wouldn't have stirred up this much bullshit to get that money. Let me see what's here. So it's the Wildcat. Wildcat always has good insight. There's no W's when the W's lead to put underground or in jail. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, what do I know? Let me like, Friday, you don't know shit. You police. Niggas is taking mad L's, and I don't like it, bro. It's not even a personal thing. I don't like seeing anybody take L's. All right. But let's get off of this. I'm gonna see what you guys are saying in the chat over here. Does the W's outweigh the L's? 79% says no, fam. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's what I got on there. Do with it what you will, sir. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.